Hey guys, this is Jen from ScanNCut Canvas and Scal Help on Facebook. Brother has dropped in a new feature when you do a trace. So let's take a look. Let's pull up this. Now this does give you the option to choose this effect, and I will show you that as soon as this comes up. Come on. Okay, so here's the image. I don't want the outline, I want the color. So let's preview it. And this actually does show, their new trace does show some potential, but it also shows some frustrations, and I'll get to that. Okay, so this shows some pretty good pulls. Okay, I worked with this for a little bit in here just to kind of take a look at how well their trace has advanced, but these holes still remain. I figured out that 14 gives me the best trace of the layers that are present, okay? Because this is my fully made file. I made it as an SVG with I think there's 4 or 5 layers in here, okay? So it's stacked because it's an SVG file that's free on our group page, but stacked to take a picture and to deliver it to you guys in one file. Well, if you just have the JPEG, PNG, BMP image, you need to be able to break this apart, okay? And that appears what this starts to do, because let's take a preview of it. And you will see that right up here really well when this happens. You see that? It's actually dug in there and pulled out the layers in this trace. So let's click OK and look. Here's where it comes up. Do you want to paste the selected image on the work area? The image cannot be edited and saved. Well, what the heck does that mean? Let's click yes and just see. But remember that last line, cannot be saved or edited. Because a lot of you have asked if that's going to come out in your cutting. And the answer is no. It has no effect when you save this file on your cut file or your draw file. But I'm throwing this out there to Brother because it shows some potential for something else. Okay, so let's click on this top layer and move it. Ooh, that's a really good trace. Okay, that pulled out all of those little details, except for right here. Okay, but I know because unfortunately, these are still separate. Okay, separate pieces. That's the bad part. And because, and a lot of you know on the group, I say when you first start designing files or using files, leave the color out because it tricks your eye. Here is a perfect for instance. Because when you look at this, it looks like this pink part right here should all be one layer, one file. That's what it looks like, right? Well, you go in here and you try to pull it out and look. It's all tiny little pieces. And that's the bad part because with Canvas, sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes, like in this case, is a bad thing. If you try to go in here and highlight certain parts of it to group it, look, it all starts acting crazy. Anytime you touch a certain part of it, it grabs it, which is good sometimes, but in this case, it's not. So if I wanted to just grab that flower like I've done right here, look at all the stuff that highlights. So let's come up here to edit and click group and see what that actually grabbed. I just wanted that flower and look at that's everything that it grabbed. I don't want that. That's not functional for me. Okay? So that's what the trace does for us now. So it shows a lot of potential because it actually gets in here and pulls out some of the layers. However, when you get it over here, it's really hard to utilize it, okay? To utilize it functionally, I should say, because you've got all of these layers in here. And sure, you know, you can spend some time working in your trace screen and adjusting the numbers to get what you really want, you know, so you can work on just getting this to trace in. But because it is just an image file, you can't then remove this and then just go for those underlying layers, okay? Which is what Brother is going for, which is really good. But if there was a way that we could go in and be able to highlight these little pieces in a way that we could like layer it and be able to preserve the layers, or like in ScanNCut a lot, put them to sleep so that we can go in and capture just the flower. That would be awesome. That would be really good for you guys, okay, that use Canvas. Okay, and yes, of course, you have all this ability in Inkscape, but I know a lot of people don't like to use Inkscape. So I'm not focusing on Inkscape or talking about that right now. This is just Canvas only. Okay, so let's say we are done with this. So we're going to select all, and we're going to delete. Uh-oh, this is still here. While it's still here, I want to talk about something though. This is an excellent printable, okay? That would be a very good printable. So if I can print that, and I don't know if I can because I have not tried it yet, that is an awesome feature that you guys can use to print from Canvas. Like I said, I have not tried it yet because all of my stuff is packed up to go to classes. But how to get to that is you come to the view and click the show matte image, click off of it. So untick this box. Okay. This is much like the place image that we have in ScanNCut a lot. Okay. But we usually lay ours to the side when we go to do our work. Brother has given you this to allow you to see the full file in color. Okay. So that you can work from this, which is a really nice thing to do. So if anybody tries this, I'm thinking though, because all of your properties and that are turned off, because it's like Canvas doesn't see this because of that last line in that box where it says it's uneditable and unavailable to be saved, you're still going to have to use your snipping tool. Snip it and then print from there. But because it is so muted, I'm thinking that it may not work really well. Okay? But you can still try it if you want. But I'm not sure it will work quite as well as I wished it would. But still, it's a step in the right direction from Brother. You know, it's a really nice feature that they've added. But you do not have to worry. It will not show up in your draws. It will not show up in your cutting files. So do not worry. And to get rid of this, because when you come up here to your edit and you click select all, what do you do? Well, just come right over here to your create new project and then click leave. Okay, and then that will completely remove the image that shows that's sitting on your map. It will give you a completely new mat and allow you to then create. If you do not want that matte image to come in and that little screen that popped up, click no, and that won't paste that image for you. Okay, so we'll come back in here and we'll try it again. We'll do a choose file and we'll go get that same file. Okay, and we'll choose color this time. Again, let it come in. We'll click OK. This time we're going to choose no, because we don't want that image to be pasted. Okay, and there it is. It did not paste. All right. And that only gave me those few colors. You see that? So now it did not go deeper, deeper, deeper. and I only have those few. Okay, so now I only have to get rid of this single line, and now I can go highlight it all, edit, group it, and there I go. I have a really cool layered file. Okay, but you know, in order to save this, because if I want to do a layered file and I need 2 pages, I have to delete, download, come back, delete, pull it back in, do it over again. Down, yeah, you can see that video for that part of it. So it's nice that they're moving in that right direction. But it would be really great if they could add extra pages for you guys to allow you all to be able to use more than 1 page at a time. Okay, guys? If you have any further questions, just come on to the page and ask us. Please do not ask on YouTube. We do not answer any further questions on YouTube because of how busy the page has become. Okay? And it's better to answer or ask questions over there because then everybody gets to see them. All right? Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you have a great day.